All right, hello. Um, I want to just, oh, it's just some more Hoover Dam stuff that I'm going to go over here. But some interesting bits and bobs. This guy that blocked the Hoover Dam bridge back in 2018, right, with an armored truck. And I've mentioned this in another video because what he did, basically, this guy Matthew Wright, and there's some interesting numbers in his age and his when this occurred and when he's been found guilty and everything. But what I want to look at, here's a picture of him parked up in the bridge, and the Hoover Dam's somewhere. I don't know which way the Hoover Dam would be, somewhere one of these directions. Um, this straight away, this whole scene with the armored vehicle, there's a lot of symbolism with this. You know, the the precious cargo that's carried within the armored vehicle, the gold, the currency, the um, it's a reference to a precious cargo. Again, we're back with another van, a van in front of the dam, and we got John Claude Van Damme, JC Van Damme, and so we got this armored vehicle, right? So I've mentioned this before. It references a film called Hard Rain with, of course, the Freeman Morgan and Christian Slater. So we've got the Christ and the Freeman in this film, Hard Rain. Um, what do I want to say about this film? Basically, Christian Slater is an armored truck driver, and Morgan Freeman is a robber. And without giving too much away, there is a dam um, in the film that's about to break, and that's all I'm going to say about it. You can probably guess the rest, but it's an interesting reference to this whole scene that was staged in front of the Hoover Dam here. So, what do I want to say about it? Okay, it was on the 15th of June. His full name is Matthew Philip Wright. Um, I don't. I guess I could have looked him up and seen what his date of birth and everything was and done all the numbers on him, but I don't. I haven't got time to do all that. The important thing is looking at this truck. So I've got a picture of the truck. Okay, here's a close up. And you're going to know where I'm going with this now. This LV. We're back to the Super Bowl with the Super Bowl 55. And we've got a 003. And a 00, I've said this before many occasions, the 00 is an 8. Alright? It's just a nice way of writing an 8 without people knowing it's an 8, right? It could also just be a 00. But 00, we're back to the double. In fact, O is a balance again, so we're back to double balance again as well with this. But the 00, we're back to double vision as well, 2 eyes. But what I want to pick out of it is the 8 and the 83 that's right here. So we've got the 55 Super Bowl 55 and we've got the 83. Okay, so we've got a reference back to, and I picked this up on another guy's channel. I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. This dude here that just died used to play for the Buccaneers, who just won the Super Bowl. He wasn't in it. He was out of there by 2016. But this is interesting that he just died. He's only 38 years old, and he wears a shirt 83. So we've got a reversal of the 38 and the 83. Well, who else has the 83? Has an association with the 83, but our good old mate Tom Brady. August the 3rd, so an 83 there. So where's this 83 going down? Where are we going with the 83? Well, my old mate, the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man, old King John Un, this Muppet, he's got 3 different birthdays. If you can figure out why he's got 3 different birthdays, let me know. I can only think that it's to do with It may be to do with different calendars in these different countries, you know, between the different countries. I don't know. But anyway, 3 different birth years, should I say. But if we go off the 83 birth year, 1983, he would be 38 years old. So there's a little reference here. And this is the guy with all the new intercontinental ballistic nuclear weapons now. Okay, he's had a couple of shows now of these on significant dates, and I've covered them in other videos. So where do I want to go from here? Well, we're going to have to go back to the Super Bowl a little bit here, and we're going to do a bit of jumping about. So you're going to have to keep these things in the back of your mind. But this guy here has the 114 in his birthday, right? So, born 83, of course, as well, because he's 38 years old. But we've got the 114. Now, every time I see 114, this thing springs to mind. The CRM 114, okay? And so, Dr. Strangelove, we're talking about nuclear annihilation here in this film, and all the mistakes that go along with it. Well, this device, the CMR 114 discriminator, malfunctions during the film, and they're unable to recall the bombs, basically. So, do you see where I'm going with that? Okay, who's the guy with the bombs? This dude, Kim Jong. Okay, and we've got references to the discriminator. And this thing, oh man. Actually, if we go back, I don't know if I have a picture of it here. Hang on a minute, let me see what we've got coming up. Okay, and you'll know that this pops up in a few films, but here it is in Back to the Future. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just get this up. In Back to the Future, on these knobs here, this is what we've got. The CMR 114. Right before Marty blows up the speaker, the dome. And the dome is, of course, another, you know, the dome or the receiver dish, the antenna, they're all references for the thing that controls you. The place where you come from, the womb, the cup of Christ. Okay, an upturned bowl, or if you flip it up the other way, a bell. They're all the same symbolism. All right, and here it is. CMR 114, and now you'll know where I'm. Look at this. You may even get where I'm going with this right now, because the bomber that in Doctor Strangelove is a B-52. I think it's B-52. It says it in the Wikipedia page, which Wikipedia is always right, but I'm not going back to that. Okay, so it's a B-52. Well, what do we have at the Super Bowl? We had this image here, and I'm pretty certain. Did I have it on Wikipedia? No, I don't have it on Wikipedia. But this is a B-52. I'm pretty sure of it, right? Because I looked it up. In fact, I wonder if it says it. Here it is. Here's, look, right in the. Here we go. The B-52. Strato Fortress. Great. And this was the flyover at Super Bowl 55, LV. Okay, so we've seen some 83 references. We've come full circle with those two things there, back to the Super Bowl now. And if we want, we could flip back to this, because I may have mentioned to you in that last video about this flyover. If I could get to the bloody scene. Why? There we go. Here's the flyover in IPEC Goat 2. We've got this plane at the front of the flyover in the Super Bowl, and we've got the B-52, and I don't know what the other one is. Interesting, isn't it? So right at this point, we have the dome being blown up, right? And I don't know if we can get any. I don't want to spend too long on this, but it is kind of interesting. We have the Black Madonna and the Jesus here, which is just another form of the Virgin Mary. Now, what I will say about that is it links to this thing, and that you'll hear people saying that. Oh, blimey, now I don't really want to go back to it, but this links to both those two ideas here. Link to this thing. Oh, blimey, now, Dan, I had it up. Let's get a picture of it. Not a very good. Oh, that's not a bad picture of it. The Hagia Sophia, right? This what was a church at one point is a mosque, is a museum. I don't know what the hell it is, but anyway, this thing, right? This same symbolism, right? This dome here, and actually at one point in time, if you Wikipedia this, at one point in time, this was dedicated, I think, to I don't know if it was a cult to do with the Virgin Mary, but anyway, at one point in time in its early, I don't know if it was in one of its earlier incarnations, but anyway, you have to Wikipedia it and look it up. But anyway, it did have some something to do with the Virgin Mary. I mean, well, most churches do, don't they? But right, well, anyway, moving on. This thing here, this dome. The dome represents the dam. I've said this on a number of occasions. This dome, the upturned bell. Again, what Marty just blew up, you flip it up the other way. It's the Arecibo antenna. It's the same idea, right? And what we've got here is these towers. What do they call these things? Minarets. Is that the right name for them? But anyway, they're basically a beacon. They call people to prayer, don't they? Right? Somebody goes up there and does a chant or whatever. Or I don't want to just do an impression of it because I don't want to, be taking the mick out of it. But this is, people are called to prayer from here, right? This again is the beacon. Okay, now look at this here, right? Look at these 4 minarets, right? I hope I'm saying that right. Look at these 4 things, right? I don't even know if I said it right the first time, but look at these 4 minarets, right? Now, we've got the 4 minarets, okay? Is it interesting? The curve of this dam, the curved face of the dam here is the dome. The dam is the dome. D-A-M, D-O-M. E. But you get where I'm going with it, you know what I mean? What else do I want to say about this? Yeah, because I'm kind of losing my oh my god, we'll get onto her in just a second. Right, so I don't want to lose too much more speed on this, but this whole little bit of a scene here references the Super Bowl quite a bit. I'll tell you what else it just references as well. If I can click on the right spot without having to play this. Ah, perfect. There's another image here that's embedded within this picture. Okay, you've only got 1 minaret here, but I think this is one for a reason, because earlier in here we've also got this bridge here as well. I'll probably forget to mention it, but Maybe a reference to the Golden Gate Bridge here. I don't know. But this one beacon here. Look at the way the explosion goes here. You have the headdress, the crown that sits on the Statue of Liberty. This is what the Statue of Liberty holds. Earlier on in here, that thing, that the torch, the flame, falls from the Statue of Liberty somewhere in there, but I'm not going to go back to it because I want to lose my spot here. Anyway, I have to fly over, and we've got this. So okay, maybe not a Super Bowl reference right now, but actually I did set some fireworks off when they did the flyover, which kind of did remind me a little bit about that spot. But I just wanted you to bear that in mind because we're dealing with coming out of the fiction. Diana, that's what we're coming out of, is the dam, which is Diana, which is Notre Dame. Okay, it's the Virgin Mary, it's Venus, it's all those things, the fictional side of the system. Right, let's move on a little bit, because we've got this dude here who's supposed to be, I think, supposed to be Jesus. He's bandaged. He's had a good old beating by the looks of things, and if we look at his face, if we can get to it, he's got a blackened eye, and here's the bandages. Okay, now this dude, the halftime show, and there's other people that have broke down his name and the gematria with that. I'm not doing that right now. What I'm doing is just looking at the symbolism. So this is what he was wearing. Now, I don't know if this is, I don't know what these pictures are to do with, whether this is actually to do with the halftime show or a different event. But anyway, same idea, same outfit. He's got the blackened eye. Actually, he's got two blackened eyes, but one's a little bit more black than the other, I think, maybe just slightly. And he's bandaged. Okay, so I think that is a pretty good reference to this here. I know some people will be saying, "Oh, you're reaching there, Dan," but I honestly think that's a good reference to that. And what's going on in this scene is, if I can get onto the spot, in fact, I know where the spot is. It's at 3:17. And in fact, I'll just play it now. This is when this thing lines up anyway. We've got what looks to be some kind of blast going on here. Is that blast that we just saw, is that the Hagia Sophia getting blown up there, which is, the dam getting blown up? I don't know, but anyway, interesting, isn't it? We've got the monolith right here as well. Oh, I love it. I just wanted to mention this again. If you didn't see the other video, this is somebody else that discovered this thing. I was blown away when I saw it because the guy actually overlaid, which would have been a better idea. But this is the Super Bowl trophy. Here's the ball. Here's the stem that holds it up. Have I got a picture of the Super Bowl trophy so you can get that idea? Keep that image in your head. Here's the head. Here's the stem. Okay, do you see that? Hang on a minute. Did I have the... Here we go. Here's the Black Madonna. Okay, here's the Black Madonna. Okay, just a different... just something that's just a cultural difference there. What else do we want to look at here? Let's go back to the... No, not that. Go back to the... So anyway, we have another Super Bowl reference. I mean, the Super Bowl reference, the flyover Super Bowl reference, and this is in the same scene. And the destruction of the dome in the same street, same, within very short space of time, you know. And in fact, I wonder if that starts. We're right at 301. That's interesting as well. Anyway, a couple of other things to quickly mention while we are on, this topic of the halftime show. So we've got the halftime and the LV, the LV, the Elvis. I don't know if there was anything I wanted to reference with Elvis, apart from I want to make sure that people know that Elvis was born the same year that they finished the Hoover Dam. They finished the Hoover Dam in 35, or at least dedicated it in 35, I think. And then it opened proper in 36. It was started in 31, so you'll see a lot of 31 references. 31 is pi. 31 is the year that the Hoover Dam was started. And what else do I want to say about this? But if you look at the plaque that's actually on the dam, it will say 31 to 35. Okay, but then it was dedicated in 36, or opened in 36. Sorry, yeah. What else I want to say about this? Okay, while we're on the topic of halftime stuff, because that was 2021 with this dude, with The Weeknd. 2012, the other number that references 2021 was none other than the Virgin herself, Madonna, the Virgin Madonna herself. She did the halftime show, and you can see straight away where I'm going with this now, right? I'm sure I've mentioned this before. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before, but I don't know if I've broken it down. And this is a video in itself for another time, I think. But just very quickly, look at the throne here. It's the dam. Here's the dam in the background. The back of the seat, the back of the throne is the dam. Here's the little legs that stick out at the bottom. Okay, here she is. She does some interesting maneuvers in the whole thing. I've got it up here. We've got the winged, the wings here, which represent the winged angels that are on the dam. I can't remember exactly. I don't have a picture of them up. They kind of look a bit like Anubis and Wepawet as well, dog heads. But they're the winged angels, they call them. You can go and look at that on the Hoover Dam. Let's look at the actual stage that she's on. Again, here's the dam here. Here's the arch of the dam, right? And we've got the two legs sticking out the bottom, and then the river's coming out the bottom here. Here's the two legs, and then during the show, okay, there's the top of the dam here, and I mean I haven't had time to really sit down and do a whole go through this thing. We got the trumpeters. Of course, we gotta sing Vogue with the V in it. And all of her songs, all the song titles are references. I mean, borderline. I mean, where is the dam? It's right on the borderline between Nevada and Arizona. So come on. So anyway, I don't really want to spend too long on this. It was just a thing in passing. Here we got the V. Okay, we got the Superman logo here. Superman's going to be born from the dam. We've got the two V's up the other way, which makes an M. We've got the X marks the spot right here where man's going to be born from. This is the dam. I've gone through all this symbolism in other videos, I don't know what else to say about it really. There's some other interesting stuff in here, and I'll have to do a video just on it at some point. We got the look at the colours, the gold. Blooming hell. Let's just whiz through this. So anyway, this is the back side of the what would be the top of the dam here, and towards the end, where's the end of it? Come on, get to the end. She's going to go up on there, and blooming hell, at some point, she makes a reference here. We've also got all these bits and bobs coming out, a bit like the fireworks that were coming out of the top of the Hagia Sophia in the iPad, right? Oh, bloody hell, come on. Sorry, this is so painful, I know, but here she go, getting to the top, and we'll have, I think there's 4 rays of light again. Another reference back to the Statue of Liberty, to the 4 beacons of the Hagia Sophia, the 4 minarets, and over she goes. She literally just falls over the back of it, and there's a big old puff of blah 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 there. But what's interesting is once that's all done and said, then we've got what looks like the phoenix rising here. Okay, so the whole scene of the dam now transforms into the phoenix rising. All right, pretty good stuff. And I don't know what else to say about it. And of course, you know, Phoenix, Arizona, right next door. And if you listen to other people, you know, we've got all the Elvis references with Phoenix and with Las Vegas. You know, it's just a super heavily loaded thing. What else did I want to go through? Oh, there was some stuff, but I didn't pick up on it. The 25 I saw was actually in the back of Madonna's set there. Is the silver anniversary. You know, we're talking about the moon, and the silver anniversary is, you know, in reference to being married to Diana. You know, and we are now. Here was the 25. It was. I knew I'd seen it somewhere up in there, and there's a bunch of other stuff in here. I just ain't got time for it. But what was interesting about that was Miley Cyrus was wearing the 25, and of course, you know, the 25th of December. You know, it's gonna be there at some point. And as I said, Miley Cyrus was doing the pre-show entertainment, and she was I'm pretty sure she was wearing a 25 shirt. Okay, so what else to say? I think I've covered everything. I probably missed. The one thing that I wanted to mention, actually, I've completely forgotten about. Bloody hell, Dan, come on. Was the 83. Okay, this is a dam that the 63. So anytime you see a 36 or a 63, you know, alarm bells always start ringing. But what I want to say about this, this date, the 9th of October, when this thing, what actually happened in this disaster was the side of Mount Tiktok, Montauk, we had a landslide off the side of there, and it made a tsunami wave that come and smashed the top of the dam off. So the crown was removed from the dam, right? Interesting symbolism, right? The crown being removed from the fiction, the crowning of the new man, crowning coming out of the birth canal. So lots of reference to references to the crown. The 9th of October 1963. What's interesting is there's a bridge. This bridge here is actually, I think, is the new bridge. The old bridge looks like the one that's in front of the Hoover Dam. So we have some similarities with the look of the dam, and I've mentioned this loads of times in other videos. But where I'm going with this, come on Dan, get to the point, is if we look at let's look at the 83 days left of the year to go, because we're gonna come to an interesting day. Where are we? Here we are, October. And if we go to 83 days left in the year, we are at the 9th of October. That was the interesting connection right there. 83 happens to reference October the 9th, the day of the Viant disaster. And I've got a load of other videos on that. If we go up and look at the 83rd day of the year, we're on the 24th of March. That's interesting as well, because we'll see if we have any kind of references pop up on the 23rd of March. And that's pretty much the video, I think. There's nothing really more to say. This is probably way too long. It's going to take hours to blooming load and everything else. So I'm just going to cut it off right there. Hope you enjoyed. I'll say, just a bunch more damn references. Okay. Anyway, all right. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.